And we are back again. We're feeling it. We are Franklin Football. I'm your humble host, Brandon, and I got my man, Honey Grand. Set it off, Chris, with me. So, Chris, this is gonna be a draft show. This is gonna, be a show about draftees. But I would think that it would behoove us to talk about things that happen in cowboy world, if not for like 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
We can get
Just
down
two
to him.
seconds.
Yeah, called around to some of our homies, kind
Mhm.
of tested the waters and saw what they thinking. So, what happened,
Mhm.
B? Talk to me. Somebody got paid?
Yeah, man, somebody got paid. Yesterday the Cowboys paid Javante Williams, running back, by way of Denver to
Was
us.
it yesterday or was it Sunday?
And it might have been Sunday.
Yeah,
I be
it's a
losing
couple. It
track
was a
of
couple. Yeah,
time.
it was a couple days ago. But yeah, Javante
Mhm.
Williams did get
He got
signed.
paid
Yeah,
3 years, 24 million. I want to say it
right.
was 11 million guaranteed.
Okay,
Um, they
okay.
didn't overpay. Um,
No,
if you look at the one thing that I tried to pay attention to was like that chart that always pops around every year, of running backs on the Super Bowl winning team and what percentage of the cap they occupy.
right.
If you go by that chart, Javante Williams is going to take up, I want to say like 2.4% of the cap.
Okay. So
Which is right along the lines of what you see there. And even in the guarantees, he has the 11th highest guarantees of starting running backs, which I
okay.
think is perfect. I think you
Yeah.
get excellent value there. So I'm happy for it. He got paid. Dallas didn't get taken to the woodshed. Win-win.
I mean, going everything you're saying, I agree with 100%. I like the fact of
Mhm.
the matter that you got turned around, got a relatively young guy. I think Javante is around 24, 25 years old. So you got him in the fold. He
Mhm.
was your lead back, physical, downhill runner, one cut guy,
Yeah.
leader of the room. And you got him at a a relatively economical price where in the past we've turned around and franchise guys like Tony Pollard and things like that, or brought a guy back when there was no more tread, or his desire to play football was totally out the window,
Mhm.
Ezekiel Elliott, or you just kind of let a guy that you're not really sure if he's going to be able to stay healthy and durable, and Rico Dowdle. Now Rico went to Carolina, got his money, and proved that he could stay durable. So
Yep.
made great sense to bring back Javante,
Mhm.
make him the head of the room, and pray that your other three guys in that room, being Jalen Blue, being Phil Maffa, and as well as get some carries from your fullback Hunter Lemke to be able
Mhm.
to get that room out. I still think it needs to be uh, a committee approach because we're trying to play 17, 18, 19, 20 games. You watch
Yep.
the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks lose their guy the last two games, the last two or three games of the playoffs, and he was able to be fresh enough to
Yeah.
carry it over to the into the promised land. I saw with Javante. I'm not sure how you saw it, but I just kind of saw him getting wore down as the season went along, not being
Mhm.
able to have a guy to compliment him. So I'm
Yeah.
big
Definitely
in the
something that was needed heavily later on
What's
in the
up, Joe? Thanks, Joe. Thanks. And we definitely believe it was a good move. I
yeah.
just think it's you're gonna want to see how the other guys mature. And it kind of takes the Brees Hall thing off the table for us. But it doesn't stop us maybe with a couple of those fifths in the draft, maybe taking another young back to say, hey, to put, kind of shift some things. Because I truly believe um Jaden Blue can be a good resource for this team in the kickoff game.
Sure.
I hope he can, and hopefully he's been, learning how to catch punts.
Yeah.
And if he's been doing that, then I can go ahead and get rid of a guy I don't need on my team right now anyway.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so
You
this
know, we
just make him versatile.
little little
Get
man
rid.
might little man might be on his way out if
Hey
that's the
man,
case.
hey listen man, I'm not against people who weren't dipped in the the genetic pool for a long period of time in
Mhm.
this world. He's done what he fulfilled the dream of all dreams. He played
Yep.
in the NFL for several years. He ended up making a Pro Bowl, made a
Yep.
name for himself. He can go
Mhm.
out and he can go
Got a
out in
second
his good.
contract.
Hey, got a second contract. He can go out and say, "People, hey, how you doing? My name is Cavante Turpin. I played in the NFL with the Dallas
Mhm.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Get your ass off my team."
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm in kicking people off the team that ain't helping me win, man.
Hey, I'm
You know,
rubbing off on you. I'm rubbing
yeah,
off
yeah,
on you.
you are, man. That's the beauty of this thing, man. It's coming up, it's coming together, man. So definitely excited about the signing of Javante, man.
Hmm.
Shooting it back to you. So because that's happened,
Hmm.
and uh, let's just say for happenstance,
Yeah.
you know, for grins and giggles,
Hmm.
um, so coming down in 12,
Hmm.
down the pipeline.
Sure.
Let's just say, I'm not going to use. I'm going to use this guy. So let's say if Katron Allen is sitting there,
Mhm.
you interested?
At 12. Hmm.
What about at 20?
We could talk about it at 20. 12, no.
You can talk about Katron, even though
We
you
can
just
talk about
signed.
it at
You
20.
you could talk about it at 20.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to see how, because I still think you don't. The thing that we love about him is he's a bruiser and things of that
Mhm.
nature.
Yep.
But
And
he
that's what we
doesn't.
need. That is what
But
we need.
we don't have a home. But it's nothing like that home run.
Yeah.
You know as well as I know. Back in the day when we saw Zeke turn around and go for 60 and a foul in an instant, it just changed the
Mhm.
dynamic game. Nothing more demoralizing to a football team to turn around, hand it off, boom, 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 and he goes 60, man.
Yeah.
So Javante doesn't do that. Javante will probably go for 50 for me, but
Yeah.
anything past that, he's getting walked down or
Possibly.
angled out of bounds. Yeah, angled out of bounds. So still, so are you opposed? Are you diametrically opposed to getting a running back in the 5th round?
No. 5th round? Heck no.
Okay,
I'd take whoever the best guy is in the 5th round, Chris.
okay.
But
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I mean, we still need 7 players on defense, so I just
exactly.
like the fact that it happened. But
I,
I'm just asking
I'll
where
say this though,
you.
Chris. I ain't 20 is the only area that I would look at it because I don't have that many 1st round grades. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have 21st round grades right now. I think I
Oh,
got
nobody, no, nobody should ever have
15 right
21st.
now. I think I
Okay,
got 15.
you got 15.
I
Oh
think
man,
so.
you
Think
pushing
so.
it. You pushing it. Okay,
Amen.
okay.
But yeah, at 20, it's kind of where you can kind of take that shot on a guy. I don't know if it would be Allen or whether it would be Price or anybody like that. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Mr. Price as well as Mr. Allen will be able to go ahead and boost that up, or maybe put eyes on people what
Mhm.
they do this Thursday or this Friday in
Yeah.
Indianapolis, man, when they
Mhm.
do the annual NFL combine.
Yeah. The underwear Olympics, if you will.
I mean, so, yeah. But people have made a lot of money at the Underwear Olympics, man.
Absolutely.
People made a lot of money
Absolutely.
at the Underwear Olympics. Yeah. Go ahead.
So as it stands right now, you have guys getting to the combine just day by day. I'm pretty sure that the O line arrived today.
Yeah.
And this is the time where I think that you get one of the most important aspects that you get in Indianapolis, the medical, the
Absolutely. Yeah.
height, weight, all of that stuff.
The
Your
true
arm length.
the true height weights and all those
Mhm.
different things. Yeah, because people have been saying they've been 6 foot their whole life, and them jokers is 5'9". You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, Chris. That might be the case with one of these quarterbacks out here.
Now
Might
everybody
be the case with one of them quarterbacks out
hey
there.
man, hey listen, that dude has imploded his whole career. All he can do is go live in Nashville.
Hmm.
But I can see that. What's going on there, B Bird? How you
Big
doing,
Bird,
buddy?
what's up,
We
bro?
got to get together, man. We got
Yeah.
we got to reschedule that thing, man. But I'm looking at the fact of the matter that um that's gonna be huge for a lot of
Yeah.
people. But we were talking about snubs as well
Yeah.
as things of that nature. So come
Hmm.
down the list of guys who got snubbed who and we're gonna do a little game because it's you and I. We're gonna
Hmm.
call it, are we helmet scouting or does
Hmm.
that guy really deserve to be there?
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So of the notable snubs,
Uh-huh.
people that didn't get that combine invite or just aren't going for whatever reason. First on the list that I noticed was Indiana running back Kalen Black.
Hmm. So Kalen Black, 757 guy,
Hmm.
definitely wanted to see him get the opportunity to get there.
Yeah,
Um,
got over
and
1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns.
right. And the thing about it is that the question is gonna be on him. I mean, I would just want to say, he didn't go. He didn't go to the Reese's Senior Bowl. That's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing. So
Mm-hmm.
because he was playing for the national championship, so I can understand that. So
Yep.
having him have the opportunity to go to the combine kind of should have been something they allowed the young man to do. He's
Yeah.
now relegated to just getting to his pro day. So I definitely feel like that's a snub and really does him a disservice.
Um, and I definitely think that he I'm not gonna say he needed it, but he could have done himself a favor by getting there at least in the invite, because I can think of running backs that are better than him. I hate to say it so bluntly, but you got
Right.
Jeremiah Love. You got Emmett Johnson. There we go. I couldn't think of his name.
Okay.
You got at least three guys that I will put.
You got Jeremiah Love,
Mhm.
Emmett Johnson. You also have, like I said, Katron Allen. Those are my three top running backs anyway. But
Price as well. I got Price above him.
Okay. I mean, you get Price of him. So at least having him have the opportunity to run and compete and to show his wares would have been an outstanding opportunity for him. So yeah, that's kind of I think he should have had the opportunity there. Going Joe, I think you said Jay Knott. Jay Knott had a bad season in Oklahoma, and I think B was going to bring that up as well. And so I think that's why his situation is the way it is. But
now the thing about Ott though, and I'm saying this, I am a little biased. I like Oklahoma in the college. But I think that he put on a very good Senior Bowl.
Okay. And see, that's what I'm saying. So he put on a good Senior Bowl. He had a rough season, puts on a good Senior Bowl, and they still don't give him the invite to Indianapolis. So now he's working to say, hey, how do I perform my pro day? You know what I'm saying? And so I think Ott should have had the opportunity to go. I definitely believe Black should have had an opportunity to be invited. Who else you got on that list as notable snubs?
Now, Chris, we talked about you mentioned the word scouting the helmet.
Yes.
There are certain position groups from certain schools that I believe should get the invite to the combine no matter what.
Just because they're there?
Yeah, just because they're there.
They went to that school.
Absolutely. I talked about Iowa tight ends, in the back room. I talked about Iowa tight ends. Next, is Wisconsin O-lineman. Riley Mahlman didn't get the invite. I haven't even watched him yet. I will preface this by saying that. But given the history of Wisconsin with the big men, with the Dancing Bears, Chris, I believe that he should have gotten that invite.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe he should have got the invite. Okay, I understand you're saying, hey, he should have got the invite because he went to Wisconsin. But there was a legendary O-line coach that was coaching at Wisconsin, Joe Rudolph, who was able to help promote that. Joe Rudolph is no longer in Wisconsin. He's removed. He's gone by the way of, stealing money from one school and then going to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay. Not casting. No, I'm casting. I'm throwing shade. Stealing money from one school. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, right there.
And then go and get money at Notre Dame. And then, doing certain things like that. But okay, we'll be able to go in and take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, Chris, I think that Mahlman, he has the benefit of being an experienced starter.
Okay. I mean, I give him that. He's an experienced starter.
He's been there for years now. It's not like they just dropped him in after in like his sophomore year or something like that, and then he played 1 or 2 years. Well, he's been there since day one.
So if he's there, he's gonna be able to have the pedigree. I think I just seen Chandler. I think Chandler Moss, the quarterback in Virginia, just got his 7 years of eligibility granted to him, which is insane. Which is absolutely insane, man. Carry your ass to Indeed, man. Enterprise needs you out there moving cars.
Yeah.
Come on, man. But nevertheless, I mean, I think you're scouting the helmet when it comes to him. But hey, you can never have enough big men, helping, rest between reps at the combine. Who else you got, buddy?
Both of the Notre Dame DBs, Chris. Both of them didn't get the invite. Jalen Stroman and Devonta Smith.
Okay, now, Jalen Stroman, was he healthy at the end of the year? Well, how many games did
great
Jalen? How
question.
many games did he play this year?
Give me a second and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Filibuster for me.
Yeah. So Jalen Strowman transferred to Notre Dame last year after having 2 really seriously injured years prior to at another school that I know and love. So, and he turned around, was injured, got into a better situation training wise, and then came and started playing at Notre Dame. How many games did he play for Notre Dame this year? I know he had that big interception where he carried back like 99 to 100 yards. I know he did that, but I think they want to see more from him. And I think Jalen will get an opportunity to get seen in the league. I think Jalen will definitely get an undrafted contract because of his namesake. Yeah.
You think he goes undrafted?
Yeah, I think he goes undrafted.
Played in 9 games, by the way. He played 9 games this year.
Right. But
so he missed what, 2?
Nah, I mean, no, 3. He missed 3. They played 12.
3. Okay.
Yeah, he missed 3 games. So he played in 9 games, had the 1 big interception, right? What was his numbers? How many tackles? How many interceptions?
Okay, so he had 37 total tackles,
right?
1 sack, 1 interception. 1 big interception, by the way.
1 big interception.
2 passes deflected as well.
Yeah, I think Jalen will, honestly, I think he'll go undrafted. I think he'll be able to go. He'll have an opportunity to do the pro day at Notre Dame. He'll run well. He's already got size, and he has a name of an older brother that's already in the league. But I think he'll get an opportunity to get signed into a camp and go from there. I definitely believe that. I think because he had the 9 games. He had 2 seasons where he won. I think one year he played 1 game. In 24, he played 1 game. If you're looking at it, and I think in 23, I think he played 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's crazy. I pulled that up. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's hard to find DB prospects with high upside and then just letting them hit the streets. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. Not in that situation because he hasn't had the production for you to grant or warrant the fact of drafting him like that. He's gonna be a prior. I think he'll probably be a prior. He'll go late, 5th, 6th, 7th if he goes, but his production hasn't been enough for people to say, "Oh, I gotta go take him." But he will get an opportunity.
I get it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now this is one that I once again haven't watched him yet, but Tyron Montgomery, out of John Carroll, the receiver.
Okay. All right.
I haven't film studied him yet, but I've casually watched him. Just watching the games on Saturdays and whatnot.
Okay, because I think he didn't he have a really nice Senior Bowl.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Amazing Senior Bowl.
Yeah, he had a really good. Okay, and going back to the point, but he's a Division II guy, right?
Yes.
Got you. So Division II guy. I mean, how often do they usually do a Division II guy to the combine like that?
They do a few of them. Especially receivers. Receivers,
okay.
they'll get a few of those guys in there.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen, I think there's some guys who are. I think we got the wide receiver, the USC. We got the Carnell Tates. We got some guys that's going to get the opportunity to go to the combine. But I think it would have been a great opportunity for him to be on that big stage and see how he performed.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Chris. Just because we can tell by the colors that you're wearing. You have a vested interest in Virginia Tech. You think Stewart should have got an invite?
Who?
The running back. Terry Stewart.
We taping this, right?
Chris, we live. Chris. The people can see you. I can't do no editing. There's no magic of editing right now, brother.
No. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think Terry, in my opinion, deserved a combine invite. One, I want him to be at as healthy as possible as he possibly can be, so that when he goes and gets his 40 time and things of that nature, Terry, he's a bowling ball of knives. So he's a guy who doesn't go down easily. Hit contact, bounce off.
His balance is great when you combine it with his burst.
Right,
I do think his balance might be his best aspect.
It is one of his better attributes. This is one of his better attributes where he can get hit, he can bounce, he's not easy to tackle, he's not fun to tackle late in games. And so I think that gives him the opportunity to just continue to get healthy as possible because he
Mhm.
wasn't healthy that much this year for
Yeah.
us at Virginia Tech. So
Mhm.
being said, I think having him have the opportunity to what's going on for him to turn around and do his pro day in
Mhm.
Blacksburg, I think that's the best thing for him.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, yeah. We don't
Um,
we don't have we don't have a lot of guys this year. Um, that I think we got some guys that are declaring, but I think Terran is probably one of the best prospects we got coming out this year.
okay. Okay. Um, let's see. Oh man, this is actually a good one. I've recently watched him. Jamal Hines out of Georgia Tech, running back out of Georgia Tech, did not get an invite.
I like him.
Mhm.
I like. Listen, if Mr. Hines is not is around that
And
fifth round,
the good
go ahead.
thing about him is he's one of those receiver converts that
Yes,
brings a lot of good hands.
yes, he does.
As
Yeah.
especially I think that he's a very natural pass catcher. That's one of the words. That's one of the words, the buzzwords that I put down. Because Chris, I be taking notes. You
Yeah,
know.
I understand. I like him. I like Mr. Hines a lot.
Hmm.
He's not super. He's okay in pass protection,
Yeah.
but he's a problem. He's a problem for linebackers. He's a
Hmm.
great out of the backfield, but he's not
Excellent catch.
afraid. Yeah,
Excellent
but
catch.
he's not afraid to get in between the tackles and do the dirty work either. So I
Yeah.
do like him. I think the biggest thing with him is the durability, because I know he had some issues with being durable
Yeah.
for them late last year, and
Now,
but
would you call those injuries like freak accident type things or stuff that to be concerned about?
I mean, injuries are injuries.
Yeah.
Anything that deals with ankles, soft tissue. That's preparation, that's hydration. But when we
Hmm.
start dealing with ankles and things of that nature, but I do like him. I like him a lot, and
Yeah.
I wish he would have had the opportunity because he can fly. He can
Yeah.
absolutely fly.
Yeah, I think that he'll probably put up a decent 40 time. Not nothing to blow
Absolutely.
you out of the world, but I think that he'll put up a decent one. But the
But
thing,
you never know because we turned around last year. Nobody expected Bayshaw Tootin to run a 4.3.
that's true.
Nobody,
That's true.
nobody saw that. I mean,
Hmm.
I believed he could do it. But when he ran it, I was like, oh, somebody made some money.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely right. Um, that this might be a good chance to segue. We're gonna talk about some of our favorite drills and what drills mean the most for which position groups of players.
Gotcha.
Um, I think that you can train for the 40, Chris. Like
You
you
have
can
to.
get your form absolutely perfect for the 40, and that doesn't always transfer to game speed, either in a
Right.
good way or a bad way. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So
go ahead. Go ahead, big.
when you look at that difference of somebody running like a 4.31 or somebody running like a 4.37, it's like, okay, how well did the player train for that 40? And then you have to take every bit of information that you see from the combine and then uh reference that against the film. Like how well did what he did translate to on the field activity? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did he turn around and become a semi-track guy, or
Yeah.
was he always the track guy who could run fast, or
Hmm.
was he a fast guy? Was he a fast guy that had the ability to take that speed that you saw on the 40 time and put it on the football field?
Yeah.
And that's what you want to, that was the thing that a lot of guys turned around you want to see because they do. But it's always been to the point that if a guy runs a super fast 40,
Mhm.
it will propel them in areas. I think we had the wide receiver from I want to say Oregon. Was it John Ross? Was
John
it
Ross at that
John
time
Ross?
ran the fastest 40 in history.
So yeah, ran the fastest 40, and
Hmm.
he was fast,
Yeah.
super fast guy, but that didn't translate to the
Hmm.
NFL.
Nope.
So you have to be careful with that. And that's why once you get these great 40 times, okay, does he have a track background? Did he train
Yeah.
really hard? Was he always
Mhm.
fast? And then could that speed translate to the field? Because if a guy runs if you got a big physical guy that wants to run 4.4 or he runs a 4.5, let's go to work. So
Yeah.
can he? The question you got to ask: does he run 4.5 in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes
Mhm.
left? Does he
Yeah.
run 4.5 then? That's your question.
Absolutely.
Or is he just been able to be kind of like a show pony or something of that nature?
So let me ask you this, Chris. Set it off, Chris. Christopher, as some people will call you.
As Christopher, yes, some people do. Yeah.
What are some of your favorite drills to watch for whatever position in the combine?
Man, listen, I'm not gonna take yours because you already said yours. My favorite thing to do, and uh, my pastor used to always pick me. He said, "You sit down and watch big dudes run 40s." I love
Mhm.
watching big offensive linemen and defensive linemen run the 40.
Mhm.
I love the 10-yard split. It tells me
Yeah,
so much about the
that is
explosion.
the offensive lineman in particular. I think the 10 yard
Yes.
split is the most
Yeah,
important.
that defensive lineman as well. Because the
Mhm.
bot, he's 10 yards, and that 10 yards, what's he doing? Does he have chase
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
explosion, get through? I love to see what a guy's 10-yard split is. And you get a big man, 6'4", 300 pounds,
Mhm.
running 5'2", stuff like
Hey,
that,
don't,
21,
don't
20.
don't let him be don't let him
Hey,
be fast like Dontari Poe was.
hey, man, see what I'm saying? When you do
Mhm.
that, man, you just flip your whole stock because the world goes like, wait a minute, that big joker got from here in 40 yards in 5 seconds, 5'2". That's a
Yeah,
that's a big man moving fast and violent, man. So I love watching offensive linemen and guys like that run the 40. That's my
yeah.
thing.
Joe just put it in the chat box. My favorite drill to watch for wide receivers is the gauntlet.
That
That
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I want you to finish why you say you love the gauntlet. I'm gonna go
Okay.
ahead.
It forces the receiver to adjust their head and their hands in different positions in rapid succession. So you know how they can adjust to turn into the ball at the last minute to not give the position away to the DB. Being in contested areas, things like that, and do it while moving. Because some guys
Yeah.
can, just run fast forward and then turn around, sit down on the route. That's fine.
hmm
But how well does a guy catch the ball going full speed?
I like the gauntlet as well. I love to see the precision of a guy running down the line, being able to do that. My
Mhm,
favorite one of the wide receivers is tracking the football. How well
mhm.
do you track the football in
The
the
deep
air?
ball.
Yeah, I love
Mhm,
to see that because that's a talent and that's a skill. You
mhm.
know, you don't it works on to the point where you can do it, throw hands up late. But if you can track a football, man, running full speed, man, that is my favorite grouping for wide receivers.
Mhm. I get
Yep.
it. I get it. I love the shuttle for O linemen. Where they got to do all of the cone drills and all of that
Yeah,
stuff. I,
L
I
said
love that.
the L drill. Yeah, L
Yeah,
drill. Yep.
because change of direction is very important when you're dealing with
Explosion.
these
Yep.
linemen of every variety are faster than ever nowadays. Like
Yeah.
if you used to not have to worry about that with a one tech, now you got to worry about how fast your guard or your center can reposition themselves.
So we can get to the second level. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So yeah, man, it is. I think that is super important, even more today,
Gotcha.
because of the level of athleticism that you're seeing across the board.
Yeah, I like seeing guys when they run the ring, run the ring drill and things
Mhm.
like that. But I definitely love the L. I love the L drill because of them being able to get in and get out. I like the drill where they've got to hit the bags,
Yeah.
and showing their agility and their quickness of their
Mhm.
feet. I like that with the linebackers. I like that
I,
drill
I
as
have
well.
a red flag that I always look for in that drill
What is it?
with the backs. If the guy's hand slides off of the pad, that's
Oh,
I watch that with the magnifying glass, Chris. I always watch to see if a guy's hand slips off of the bag if it's out of position because that bag is smaller than a human torso. You know
gotcha.
what I'm saying? So
So with how the striking, how he gets his
yes,
hands up,
yes.
strikes and gets
So
through.
So if a guy can't work with the smaller area, I always go back and cross examine that with the game film, see how a guy's hands are. If his hands are missing their mark on the pads and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's important
Mhm.
because if he can't hit that small spot, then how's he going to deal with a moving target,
Yeah.
stuff like that in that situation?
Mhm.
Definitely like that.
Suzy, what's up, bro? Appreciate you being in here, man. Um, another thing that I always look for, Chris, is I want to know what's the drill with the D lineman where I forget the name of it, where you really get a chance to see their bend when they go when
Oh,
they when they go around that hoop. What,
yeah,
what is
there's
the
the hoop.
name of that
I,
drill?
I just call it the hoop drill because
There
you
we
want
go.
to see how that guy gets in, how low he gets right, and if
Yes.
he can maintain that speed around the edge.
Mhm.
When a big guy like that, he can maintain the speed and his balance because that's what you want to see. If he's
Yeah.
maintaining his speed, his balance, and how bendy he is,
Hmm.
that's always and with the speed, it's always a great drill. I just call it the hoop drill.
Okay. Cool. So the reason that I like the hoop drill is because not only do you get to see the guys who have great bend, but you get to see the guys because I will say this: moving in a complete 360 in such a tight space is not something that is often going to happen in the game, right?
Absolutely.
But you get to see guys in, I guess I'll call it compromised positions, because you're going to get to see them at their most horizontal, moving in that short space at such
in that
speed.
short space. And so if they're coming and they're moving and they got to turn around with the opposite hand, because I think what they do is they make you come with it and you come with the
You
opposite
gotta
hand.
drop the bag, and then you got to swipe the bag up.
Yeah, swipe the bag up. And that's always, prototypical of what they're going to be doing in the game as they're trying to get past, how they're setting the quarterback up where they know where he's at, how they swipe and get it at the bag. I love that drill as well. I do.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. If you had to pick a drill that showed you the least about a player, what would it be? And see, that was an impromptu question. We ain't talk about that.
That's true.
We didn't talk about that backstage.
Yeah. Most impromptu.
The drill that shows you the least about a player.
Wow, that's a good one. Because a lot of them are really good drills. At least L drill's important.
Yeah,
dealing with the bag. You know what it is? The drill is always kind of funny to me is when a running back has to go through, he's got to go through and pick which hole to get through.
Yeah.
But that still happens. So that's kind of game speed. Dude, I don't have one. I think they cut out goofy drills. I think every drill you show them is vital and important to, help that guy get a good spark score and figure out what he can do. I don't think they don't have any ones that aren't any good. What's yours?
Bench press. The bench press does not show functional strength to me.
It shows endurance though.
Sure, but let me use a running back for example.
Give me a running back.
Because a running back can do the bench, can hit the bench 17 times, that would be an amazing number. What if his stiff arm sucks? That's just showing that he can lift stuff up and like up and down multiple times. If a running back doesn't have a strong stiff arm, then what's the point of it? What would be the functional version of a strength test?
I think that's still gonna always be a functional version of a strength test. 225 pounds, throwing that up 10, 12, 15, 17 times. I think that just helps. That guy's past pro. He's gonna be able to do that. He's showing functional strength and how they gotta go. I don't have a problem with the bench press. I kind of like the bench press. I always like to look at, I like to see what running backs do. I like to see what wide receivers do. Sometimes I even like to see how quarterbacks are, how strong they are. I think that's a position.
I would say this, even though I haven't asked the question yet. Finish.
No, I'm always interested in seeing, number of reps that a wide receiver does. Because he's in a short area distance, then he's gonna have to put his hands on somebody and show strength to be able to do certain things. Now I turn around, like some guys can be too big that they're not functional. Like I give you a perfect example. Well, this is way back, but
I know, Chris, don't age me out.
I'm gonna age you out with this. I'm gonna age you out with this one guy, but he got on that juice, so that changed it.
Shaheem, appreciate you coming through, Bo.
Yeah, Shad, what's going on? I always had a question like with David Boston. Boston turned around.
You sliding through as well, bro. Now,
yeah, man. Yeah.
Go ahead.
David Boston. He turned around. He was strong. He was a big. You have no clue who David Boston is.
Never heard that.
Matter of fact, he's from that school we were looking at before. He went to that school. He went to that school. He was back there with Chuck though. He was back there with Charles Wilson. But David Boston he was a super strong guy. Got super duper strong because he got on that juice. But I like watching the bench press. I think running backs got to have it. Defensive lineman, offensive lineman got to have it. You can't be no big 6'7", 300-pound guy doing 12 reps on the bench, man. Hey man, you got. So I like the bench press. I don't think there are any unfunctional ones.
I would rather see, like I said, functional tests for O linemen and honestly a lot of other positions. Give me sled pushes. You mentioned quarterbacks. Give me something that then collaborates with balance. Like you know those little balance pads.
What? Have him stand on a balance pad with one foot in there
Have him stand on the balance pad.
and
Like
throw the ball?
it can be 2 feet. Yeah, throw the ball. Give me something that is functional for that position.
I mean, dude, I think the biggest thing with the quarterback thing is that when they go out there and they start throwing the gauntlet, when they start throwing routes on air,
Mhm.
stuff like that, I mean, that just showcase what that guy can do and what he can't do. You
Sure.
know, and I always like when they do it when a guy comes and does it at the combine because he's
Mhm.
on the spot. He ain't throwing him. He's throwing again with guys he doesn't know. And if he's accurate, he's accurate. If he's
Mhm.
not, he's not.
Be another good one,
Go ahead.
man. Front squats for old linemen. Give me some front squats. I got and running backs. Honestly, look,
Okay.
I need to see what them.
But you got
pause.
but you got but you got the you got but you got the
Hey man,
pause. Yeah, but you got the broad jump. So the broad jump shows you your explosion from there. I
Sure.
think the broad jump shows you all the vertical and your broad jump is all I need to know what you can do with that. Squatting is once you do some squat, man, that's taking everything out of you for the day, man. You know how it feels when you go and
Oh, yeah.
do squats, man. You ain't
Yeah.
trying to do nothing else. Your legs is on
I,
fire
I, I
out
will
there.
I will say this though. Squats are probably my favorite rep to get in the gym.
Yeah,
Look,
you're strange. You're a mutant. You're showing
Hey,
you're
man.
mutant. You're showing the adamantium, and that
I'm
you're
not gonna
from
lie,
another
man.
from another country,
like
from
it.
another planet.
I like it, man.
No problem, man. I mean, yeah, okay. Note to
Um,
self.
hey,
Note
but
to self.
Chris, yeah, man. I think that I don't learn anything from bench press. I
Okay.
don't. I don't learn anything. Like I could just write down, okay, 19 reps. But
But
you know,
if a man, but okay, but if you go to the gym and
Mhm.
you got to on command throw up 225
Mhm.
19 times,
Yeah.
dude, that's impressive. That shows functional strength.
It
It
shows.
does.
It shows. I guess
It shows
objective strength.
endurance.
It
It
shows
shows the
objective strength, sure, but like
okay.
functional in their job, I don't see it.
How? How not? How not? On offensive lineman, he's got to be able to get. He's come on.
You know what I would love to see for offensive linemen as well.
What?
Grip strength.
Huh?
Grip strength.
What does that have to do with anything?
Man, you get the mitts on the guy, man. You get
Oh,
the
man.
mitts
But,
on the guy,
hey,
and you ain't
but
letting them go.
But who's gonna be that guy to say, "Hey, run, let's go run in Tyron Smith and let him just ragdoll you"? I'm not doing that. They ain't got enough
No.
money in the world.
Well, grip strength, they have the machines for that.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
okay. All right, well, we might have to. We
Like
might have to send that suggestion.
it measures like your pounds per square inch.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Mhm. I
Look
think
at
that would be a functional test. Because
I'm with you.
You know if a guy get locked in, you ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey,
you're locked in.
hey man, you know what? Now I can get down with that.
Mhm.
Grip test at the combine.
Absolutely.
Dope. I'm gonna have to start hashtagging that. Definitely hashtag that, man. That's definitely what's up.
Chris, how do you feel about things like the vertical jump? Like, because they do it for every position. You know what I'm saying? They do it for old linemen, do it for running backs, do it for wide receivers. I think that it's amazing for receivers, but less so for like your quarterbacks. I mean, excuse me, your tackles.
I think being able to show explosiveness is always important because you're a man coming from a start stop movement on a regular basis. Going from a start stop for offensive lineman, how well is his kick step? How functional are his feet with his kick step? How explosive can he get out of that? How fast can he do that? I think that's important. Like I said, I love the broad jump. I think the broad jump is absolutely vital. I definitely believe the vertical, how big a man can, how high can he get up off the ground? Being a former basketball player, I understand what it is. If I see a guy just bounce up off it and how he gets off the ground and dunks a basketball, shows me his athleticism. So I definitely want to see that as well. I think those are definitely vital in a test that needs to be shown and looked at.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Chris, if you were looking for one player that you wanted to learn about in this combine, Do you have someone that you're watching for that you haven't learned something about yet?
Um, I'm man. It's so many guys that you caught me off guard with that question. As always, you keep me on my toes. There's one guy I'm look. Yeah, it's one. And, it's just so many guys I've been looking at. But I want to see, and give me a second. I had him pulled. I was looking at one guy. I want to get his name right. Give me one second. I think his name is Jesus. Where's I got this one group, the group chat with John Herndon, and
Mhm,
there you go. It's right there. It's the top one. I was looking past it. I
mhm,
wanted to see. I want to see. And I don't know if he's there at the combine, but I
mhm.
want to have an opportunity to see. Uh, I want to see Ed. I want to see. I want to see Zion Young. I'm
Okay.
interested in seeing Zion Young, 6'7",
Yep.
370 pound defensive end from
Yes.
Missouri. I want to see
Yep.
how he tests. I really
Okay.
want to see how he tests. He's big, he's long, he's physical. You know, he rivals your guy. I think he's better than your guy as
Mm,
defensive end one. Um,
mm,
I can definitely see that in him. Whereas
mhm,
his motor is it burns hotter and longer.
mm. Okay.
Whereas I'm not um as sure as your guy. Your guy's got a motor. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Right.
And I've kind of come around to that, and we hadn't had a chance. We do talk in real life about
Yeah.
certain things, but um the question I have, like it was on you, I like the fact that he plays hard all the
Mhm.
time.
Yep.
Whereas
Don't don't miss like 7 snaps mysteriously at a time,
come
stuff like
on,
that.
hey, I ain't say that about your boy, but that's
Mhm.
that's my problem. That's my problem.
Yeah.
But the upside to Mr. Falk is that
Mhm.
he's 20 years old.
Yeah. He ain't even got his
That
grown man body yet,
and
Chris.
see, and I
He
know that
he a six
I
seven.
know
He a six
I
seven child, Chris.
I
He's a
see,
six seven
and
child.
that's what you're basing it on. So when he's in year 3, or
Mhm,
he turns around year 3, and
mhm.
he's going to year 4, and he's on
Yeah.
a contract year, and he
Mhm.
just goes crazy, I'm gonna say, oh, that's who I wanted him to be when he was at Auburn. But my question is, how he get to college in 3 years? He must went there like 16 and just turned
Yeah,
17. I don't know.
probably depends. He might got like a birthday in like March or something like
Yeah,
that.
he got something like, but yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing with him. That's the thing with him. But I want to see Zion Young. Who you
Mhm.
got?
I got a few guys, Chris. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, okay.
Um, the running back from UVA, Jamari Taylor. He came from North Carolina Central.
North Carolina Central.
Yeah,
Yep.
and so he was a walk on at UVA. Put up great
No, no,
production.
no, 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 no. He was not a walk on the UVA.
Oh, he
He
didn't
didn't
walk
walk
on
on.
there.
No, he did not walk on the UVA.
Mm,
UVA gave him money.
gave
UVA
him that
gave him,
bread.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah. Matter of
But
fact, it was a
his
big.
production though, his
Oh, his
production though,
production.
Chris.
Oh, his production was insane.
Yeah,
No,
over
he
a
was.
thousand yards, double digit touchdowns.
Yeah, yeah. He
But
had a really good year.
he doesn't have a large sample size, which
No,
is what
he doesn't.
messes you
He
up.
doesn't have. He doesn't have a large sample size at the Power Four level.
Yeah,
That's
I
what you're
mean, but
talking
I
about.
don't.
So
North Carolina
yeah,
Central, that competition ain't as much. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like the sample size against real competition. Let me word it that way.
no, what you're worrying about against his P4 schedule, but his
Mhm,
situation was he was there 2 years. I think he was there 2 years, maybe 3. Came
mhm.
and played at UVA, and then he left. He put himself in the draft because he had a really really good year,
Amazing
and
year.
he had a really good year. So yeah, you're worried about how does he pick up? How does he pick up? How does it translate
He's
to
a
the Bears? That
large
makes sense.
dude, Chris. Like, but
He's a
not
big
not even
dude.
not even tall. But Chris,
He's
he
a big
like
guy.
is stocky the best word to describe him? Like, what's the
That
best
that's
word?
that is the word to describe him. He's stocky.
Because
He's got
he
great.
gonna give you every bit of 220 pounds,
Yeah,
maybe even 225.
he's gonna keep hitting you the same way every time.
Mhm.
He's a really
Yep.
really good prospect. But that just goes back to the fact sometimes when you're scouting him in high school and things that nature, he goes to the lower level and he makes the best of it. Then he goes and does his thing when he gets his opportunity. So
Yep.
yeah, he's definitely gonna have a lot of eyes on him.
I got a lot of guys that I want to learn
Okay,
more
give me
from. By the
another.
way,
Give me another
um,
one.
Emmett Johnson from Nebraska.
Oh, so
I
you're on the running back tip. You're on the
um
running back.
I think I got like two or three. I got like
Okay.
two or three that
All
I
right.
don't know about enough about, and I want to
Mm-hmm.
learn more. I think that Emmett Johnson had a great year in Nebraska. Once again over 1,000 yards, double digit touchdowns type guy. Um, but I need to see his strength. I need to see his functional
Well,
strength.
well, well. What test would we use to see how
It's not
strong he
functional
is?
strength, Chris. That's not functional strength. It's not functional strength. And
Okay.
I'll say this. I'll say this. When I watched him, I thought he was inconsistent.
Mm.
I thought he was a little
Inconsistent.
inconsistent.
How be?
Some plays he would run very tough. Others, man,
Mm.
he let a guy shoestring him.
Mm.
So
So you
I need him to be a little bit more consistent with, you know,
durability,
his
durability.
not durability.
No, no, or
Ability to
t-
stand guys, yeah, toughness, all of that type of stuff.
toughness between the tackles. That's what you
Yeah,
want from him.
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay.
Like I
I
need him to just like go out and hit somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just beat somebody up
Well,
on the side of the road or
he ain't
something
gonna be
like
able he ain't gonna be able to do that unless you see him how he's coming through the hole doing the bags and stuff like
that.
in that drill. So
Mhm,
what you're asking about is how's he function when he's got other guys across from him that's gonna
mhm.
lay hit to him. So
Yeah.
that may push him down the board for you.
Let's see another one. Chris, I was really high on Drew Adlock, Penn State quarterback, in 2024. He got
Okay,
hurt and didn't have as good of a year in 2025.
he got hurt.
Yeah, but before the injury, he didn't have as good of a year.
What's a good of a year? What was his numbers? What was his numbers before he got hurt?
Give me a second.
Yeah,
Um, and so like he was only on track for like 2,000 yards by the way before the injury.
he was
He
in
was
game.
only on
He got injured in what game? Game
like
5 or 6.
5 or 6,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think. Okay, okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Um, so I want to see him go out there and throw and impress people. I mean, because you quarterbacks, hey, throwing is the best thing. And Drew Eller is probably going to be one of the better quarterbacks there as far as arm and stuff like that. I think that if he goes out there, throws a whole bunch of pretty passes, he can put his name on the map for some people.
I mean, he's going. Listen, he was a 5-star recruit,
Mhm.
big arm, improved every year, right?
Yep.
Improved every year. Was the thing about it is that he never gave you the dynamic play that made you
Mhm.
say, "Oh my God,"
Not in
this because
2025. I think he did in 2024.
But see, thing about it, in 25, he turned around and he had the same running backs the whole time. I just think the lack of weaponry on the outside
Mhm.
is why you didn't see that dramatic, dynamic arm talent that you were looking for. Go back. I mean, if you go back and look at the Penn State wide receivers, bro, they haven't had a guy since they
Yep.
haven't had a real guy since Keandre Lambert Smith.
Mm.
They haven't had a guy that you say, "Ooh, that's it." Now, when they had Tyler Warren was a do-all type of guy, but he hasn't had an outside threat like that really since Keandre Lambert Smith, who is now with the
Mhm.
Los Angeles Chargers. And
Yep.
Keandre left his senior year to go down to Auburn. So
Mhm.
I think that's why you didn't see that next step of his evolution
Mhm.
with wide receiver play because he never had the guys around him to be able to do it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. Chris, my last guy. I told you about scouting the helmet sometime. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we
I
do.
I generally scout the helmet for Georgia.
Uh,
Georgia defense, man. Georgia
okay.
defense players,
Mm,
man. I looked at a guy who he just got his first year starting in 2025, Ja'Cory Thomas, safety, Georgia.
okay.
I think that when he had, I don't even know if we got any games for 2024 for him, but in 2025 when his number was called, he made the leap, but I'm not sure if he made the leap enough to make him like a household name, I guess is the right way to call it. Like,
No,
make his name jump off of the page. So
no,
I want to see him do more in in the combine and his pro day to
okay.
help me believe in him a little bit more.
Okay. I mean, but the thing about it, he's well coached.
Mhm.
Being down there in Jordan with Kirby Smart,
Yep,
if
absolutely.
he's gonna check a lot of boxes for you. He's gonna check all the traits box. Now you
Yep.
just got to really, if he runs well, if he shows you some fluidity in his hips when he's doing DB drills, it's gonna make you go
Mhm.
back and look at the tape, and it's gonna make you warrant, okay, what am I getting? That's
Yeah.
see, that's the beauty about the combine. Like we've been looking at people and things of that nature, but the question is, once we come out of these combines, we're gonna go back and go double check your tape and see
Go
what
back
you
and
was
watch them
running.
again.
Gotta watch him again.
Yeah,
Gotta watch him again, see
absolutely.
if he's that guy.
And
Right.
I don't know how I'm gonna have enough time to do that, Chris.
I
I only
mean,
got I got 73 guys right now. I'm trying to get to 200.
you gonna have to
I
run
don't
the
know.
oil,
I don't
dog.
know. Yeah. Hey, look.
Hey man, you might not. Yeah.
I'm not done once we're done tonight. By the way, I got to go back and watch some more.
Okay. All right. Well, we do, man. We do what we do.
But yeah, Chris. Ja'Cory Thomas, he would be like as of right now, like one of those day 3 guys that I take the flyer on, just to hope that he wasn't just like a product of where he was, and he actually absorbed a lot of that good coaching from Kirby Smart.
So what you taking the 6th, 7th round? That's where you looking at him at?
6 right now. Chris, if his combine and his pro day do good, Chris, he might be like a 5th round guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's money. Because see, think about we've always sat back and looked at we look at the first 3 rounds and see these guys gonna be, but there's always people that trickle down and through. So in the 4th and 5th, you're really getting guys with maybe a late 2nd, late 3rd grade on them. So I can see you push him up that high just on the combine, he's gonna have to really impress.
I think that he's a good player, Chris, but he's one of those guys where like another year in college probably would have did him good.
Okay.
Just because Georgia defense, Chris. I'd be scouting the helmet, Chris. Man, you stay in
I understand.
Yeah, man, a boy getting a speeding ticket because they like to drive fast down and
they like to get after. They like to have a little taste, a little sip when they doing it. But man, I understand.
Look, guys get a Hellcat, man. They become a totally different dude.
and man, the Hellcats will make it's different, man. It's okay.
Chris, I've been driving high horsepower cars for a better part of a decade, man.
I'm telling you,
14 years, give or take.
Yeah, but when you sit behind on an Acme rocket, a literal Acme rocket, it's different, bro. I mean, you love, this is your expertise. I've only done it once or twice, and the time I did it, I said, "Thank you. I don't need to do this. This is not for me." Scared me to death, but it is what it is. I understand.
Hey, but yeah, Chris. I like Ja'Cory probably could have done better with another year in college.
Gotcha.
He's like an upside guy just because of where he went.
What
I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Those are all of the guys that I just kind of put in for, like, as far as who I want to see more from. Well, like,
gotcha.
But Chris, we know if Ruben Bain is participating.
I don't know. I'm definitely gonna be looking. I want to definitely see what he does. He probably have to come in there and run or something. The thing about it is that once those guys run at the combine, they're gonna have to turn around and do it again at their pro day. Yeah. So he may just come in, interview, and maybe run there. I want to see him do a couple of different things. I already know.
I would love to see Ruben Bain do the hoop drill. That man, he might actually be. You just
want to see him do. You just want to see him do.
He might actually be horizontal.
You just want to see. You want to see them do it for your own enjoyment and appeasement. Listen, you want to see how he been? Go turn that tape on, because Mr. Bain is, hey man, short arms, no arms. That joker right there is the truth. So we'll definitely be looking for that. But we'll probably come back, and when we find out guys are doing certain things, and probably click together, probably do a little quick show or something when we start getting some more tape.
Man, we Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Those are the days.
Well, we'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. You know how we do.
Sure.
That's it, man.
Anything else before we get up out of here, Chris?
Nah, man. Great show, man. As always, man, you're coming with it. 76 guys in, family. So we're gonna be able to get you through that slog of that March when begin to march all the way to the combine in April. So keep locking in with us, man. Keep kicking us with your boys. We always appreciate, man, you guys popping in when we do that. So as always, man. Frankly, football, we are a unit. We are combined. We are family. We always gonna have each other's back, man. I'm that dude, bro. I was sitting there. What did I see the other day? I was I'm the dude when you go to the local go to the local gas station and you want some coffee and you're feeling around in your pockets and you just don't have enough bread, right? I'm the guy that buys your coffee, man. I'm the guy that gets your coffee, man. I'm doing my Good Samaritan deal for the day, man. And that's my main man, B, man. And we together will forever be Frankly Football, man. So until next time and we get together,
Peace.